tiger doesn't change his stripes. A tiger never changes its stripes. That's what I'm hearing. That you have always been a bad ass. Not for kids. A mother effer. I don't know why. I swear a lot in my normal life, but for some reason I'm not ready to swear on the internet, so just use your imagination and bear with me. But you have always had inner strength, even if others judged you outwardly. I am drawn to point out my orange striped cat Peach, who is asleep. You can see her at the very front of my screen, on the very front of your screen. I've always said that Peach was a tiger in her past life, or at the very least she possesses tiger energy, because she was always been larger than life. She's always stood up for herself. She's always been fierce. And I think whatever you are going through, you are coming to this realization that that is also who you are. You are a tiger. Maybe you were born in the year of the tiger. I'm hearing Indonesia. I'm also seeing like a white, what are they called? It's not a Siberian tiger. I almost said Siberian husky, but Bengal tiger? Is that what they're called? Zaboomafoo? I'm trying to go into the recesses of my mind from my childhood when I used to watch PBS and all of those educational kids shows about animals. Rest in peace, Steve Irwin. Maybe you're like me. You're probably a millennial if you're listening to this. I'm guessing you're around my age, somewhere in the 30s, late 20s, maybe early 20s. I don't know. You could be a teenager too. Don't let generational definitions define you. But maybe you are finally feeling free and boundless and full of energy and life, or you've been keeping this energy inside of you, but you haven't really given it a place to roam free. And there's an opportunity beside you. I don't know, I'm seeing a desk with a paper and a pen. Like, is there a form that you're signing? Are you going on a trip? Educational travel? Signing a contract? Are you some sort of scientist who's going on a big research study expedition? I also thought of the rainforest, the Galapagos Islands, Puerto Rico. There's a map on my wall. I have a wallpapered map that I'm looking at right now. And I was thinking of these islands. I think they're the Azores. I think that's what it says. They're these islands off of Portugal. So maybe that resonates with you. The Caribbean, Costa Rica. I feel like you're resting before a big adventure and you're going to spring off into the world, a safari, Dora the Explorer. I'm also seeing kind of like the stereotypical safari gear where you have the tan shorts and vest and shirt and the bucket hat. Like, if you've seen a more recent Jumanji movie, think of what Jack Black's character was wearing, I think. I heard George of the Jungle, but then I also saw, oh my gosh, what was the Yellow Monkey book? Why can't I think of that book? It's gonna eat at me. I hope someone comments, like, what was, oh my God. It was a guy in a yellow safari outfit and the book cover was yellow and there was a monkey. There's someone at my door, so maybe you're waiting for someone to come get you, to come pick you up. Ooh, I'm thinking like taxi driver, tour guide, someone who's going to be knocking at your door and telling you it's time to go. So you're going to sign that contract or whatever, sign away your life. Ooh. But see, when I said sign away my life, I still felt like excited and positive about it. So it's almost like you're saying goodbye to the old life and signing up for something new. But yeah, I'm hearing like a knock on your door. Someone's getting ready to take you to the airport. Yeah, I'm thinking like taxi driver, Uber driver, tour guide. Maybe if it's like one of those educational travel trips, it's like the professor who's leading it is coming to get you and you're going to go on a van with the other students. Oh my gosh, that sounds so fun. Anthropologist? Anthropology? Are you into anthropology? I see monkeys again. Oh, let me pause. Okay, I just had to go help my partner put groceries away. So maybe you're in that phase of anticipation and excitement and you're getting ready to go, but it's like you have these final last minute to-dos that you're trying to hurry through, but you keep getting like interrupted or like you keep getting excited because you're like, is it the final moment? And I also had to grab a 24-pack of water bottles and bring it up to my bedroom because one of my cats was chewing the plastic. So maybe that's a reminder to you that you need to hydrate wherever you're going. It sounds like somewhere tropical or warm or lower hemisphere maybe, or upper hemisphere. I don't know, wherever you're going. Equilibrium. You're finding equilibrium where you go, but it's gonna be sunny and warm and possibly humid. So just drink a lot of water, okay? But as I was playing around with the deck, I opened it up to the Page of Pentacles and I heard, you're going to be living with a lot less money, but you're going to feel wealthy. So this makes sense if you're someone who's like a research assistant, master's student, a student just exploring, studying, researching, wherever you're going or whatever situation you're in. You're going to have less material wealth, but you are going to experience abundance and the feeling of wealth. And you're not concerned or worried. It's going to be quite blissful for you. And I'm sitting next to the window where the sun is coming through, kind of like a little past sunset golden hour. And that's kind of the feeling I'm getting for you as you're stepping into this scenario. Adventure is this feeling of bliss and being bathed in golden light. Golden hour, maybe that song Golden Hour is significant. You could go listen to that. And also, like, listening to it when you're touching down on the airplane, I feel like when the guy is getting that high note as you're descending, ooh, I feel like that would be such a cinematic, climactic moment. But, and then as I was lifting up the deck to bring it upstairs, on the bottom, I saw the Wheel of Fortune. And the first thing that came to mind was fortune favors the bold. You have most definitely favored boldness, and in turn will be favored by fortune. So maybe you're also feeling quite fortunate as well. And it's this reminder of the cycles of life, of joy and excitement, and there's also sadness and grief, longing or depression, but things come and go. I was just also shown this mentality that I battle with frequently, which is when I am feeling excited and joyful, my mind, I mean, I have OCD, but my mind will often go to, oh, but things end badly, or things never go well forever, or, eventually I'll be in shadow again. And the truth is, I'm hearing you reached a level of contentedness that will keep you from descending to the low, low lows again. Now, if you have OCD, you are not recommended to reassure yourself. That's not actually really how you resolve the OCD. You're kind of just supposed to be, I would say, almost nonchalant or non-reactive to the thoughts. Like, you kind of are supposed to just shrug them off or be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a thought. Or, okay, sure. But for some reason, I'm seeing almost like I'm seeing like a line graph, and there are dips, and it's like the line wants to dip down, but it bounces up almost like a trampoline. So it's like you're going to be able to bounce back more easily because you're in flow or being bathed in golden light. And if you believe in, like infinite timelines and things like that, it's like you're shifting into a space where, I'm going to say ease, a timeline of ease, because you're choosing to take this route and go on this expedition. And like, really, it feels like this is something that is truly from the heart and soul, that feels born out of great longing that you've probably had since you were a child. Like, you're really following what your inner child was asking for. And so in turn, you are being bathed in golden light, and you will walk in this light, like shimmering. I'm seeing shimmering, kind of like cat hair. Not like cat hair. I had cat hair on my lip. But it's almost like when you get out of the water on a beach on a sunny day, and like your skin is glimmering when you see the water droplets on it. You're iridescent or giving off radiance. And maybe it's like an inner glow too. I'm guessing this is how you feel on the inside, and that's why you're in this space. Like, the radiance is coming from inside within you. Oh my God, there's a gnat that keeps buzzing around me. Talk about intrusive thoughts. There's probably going to be bugs wherever you are. Let's just be honest. Bug spray. Mosquito net. I'm seeing those mosquito nets that hang around the brim of your hat, whatever you're going to wear, like if you're wearing a bucket hat. Also, my face is quite pink/red, and I'm warm. So wear sunscreen is what I'm hearing. It doesn't matter what skin tone you have, like how much melanin you have, you should wear sunscreen. You don't want to be putting yourself at risk of skin cancer or burns or anything like that. And reef-safe sunscreen as well is what I'm hearing. Marine biology? I'm seeing a manatee again for some reason, which seems like not as related to jungle expedition, but maybe sea life is also something you're exploring, or you're going to be on the coast somewhere. I don't know. I was seeing manatees earlier as well, like right before I started this message. So if you're studying manatees, you are so lucky. The puppies, little pups. But just remember, like with this Wheel of Fortune card, the wheel is always turning. Life is always churning up new adventures. I'm hearing new adventures for us. Our new adventures are in store. Eternally exploring. Maybe you're an eternal explorer. Maybe you define yourself as such. And it's interesting that I didn't just too much excitement. Maybe you're struggling to get your words out because you're also too excited. But this wheel is also gold. Maybe you're the one in control and that's what makes it gold, because you are gold and therefore your life will be gold, or spun gold. You know, like the Rumpelstiltskin myth. I'm kind of seeing someone like at a spinning wheel with gold yarn or gold. Yeah, is that gold yarn? I'm hearing my boyfriend downstairs playing video games. I don't know if you can hear, but maybe I just lost my train of thought. You might be a bit distractible right now, or distracted. Brain dead. I was gonna say. Like there's been a lot of work up until this point, and so you're ready to just kind of like let everything go. You're so ready to just like hop on the plane and let your mind and body be at total ease, so you can just let the flight take you where it needs to take you go. Where it needs to take you, where you need to go. Take you where you need to go. Maybe you're like this, like just so excited. I get really like I stim when I'm excited, and I get really tense, like I tense up my whole body and I just say gibberish. So you probably have this like pent up anxiety, and again, we've said this in this reading multiple times, but like the anticipatory energy is building. It's like ready to explode, ready to blow the lid off the boiling pot of water. But okay. Maybe you're also avoiding, I keep being drawn back to this Wheel of Fortune again with this intrusive thoughts pattern of maybe avoiding that fear of going back to the darkness and the shadows again, going back to that place. Like I'm feeling a sense of, I would say depression is the feeling I'm getting. And so maybe you're afraid of going back. Like, is this really going to change everything, or am I always going to have to worry about this lingering darkness, this depression? Like, is it something I'm always going to have to be concerned about? I just heard no. But it's there if you want it. How interesting. It's there if you want it. I can definitely resonate with this. I think what we're trying to get at is the depression has been a coping mechanism for you, a sense of safety. It's been a blanket over your emotions, so you haven't had to feel. It's provided a numbing, it's been a numbing agent for you. And so I'm hearing like it's always there if you need it, if you need to go back to it. So your coping mechanism is there if you ever need to go back, like if you need to go back into that space of non-feeling. What I'd like to add here is that we're not saying we want to go back to being depressed, and that it's a place, it's an emotional state that we want to be in or remain in whatsoever. I'm not encouraging that at all. I think what is coming through is you don't need to feel shame about the way you've been living, the depressed state of living that you were existing in for so long, because you were doing all the things that you didn't really want to be doing, but just seemed like the right way to go. But all the while you were ignoring that feeling, that urging inside of you that was telling you like your soul craved more. And so it was easier for you to just kind of blanket that feeling than to actually acknowledge it, because that would mean upending your life. But it sounds like you've kind of already made that decision, which you have upended things, so to speak. It's almost like you're going from corporate to safari, from corporate to explorer. You don't have to be ashamed, like you don't have to get rid of that part of yourself. You don't have to hate it or be afraid of it either. It was there as a sort of protective mechanism that you created for yourself because you didn't know any better, and it was the best you could do with what you'd been given. And so it's not like you need to worry about it being there. You can just let it be. And if you, as much as you can, let go of your fear. Because remember that it was always a choice. This is going to sound really problematic. I don't think depression is always a choice for everyone. I think some people actually, need to be on medication for a temporary or permanent period of time. Like there's something in their brain that medication could absolutely help fix. This is not medical advice, health advice. This is just me connecting to this energy that's coming through, and I feel called to talk about it because I can heavily relate. I've had some I won't go into it, but I've also had some coping mechanisms that I've been afraid of going back to after, expanding beyond them. But I'm hearing just choose yourself. Just choose yourself. Whatever that means. Even if when you say choose yourself, it brings up a lot of fear and anxiety. Just keep choosing yourself, being brave enough to choose yourself, no matter what the cost may be. And I'm thinking just like the external world, or maybe the facades you built, like cardboard houses falling apart and revealing what was really there. And I think I need to go eat dinner. So maybe you also need to go take a break and go eat dinner. And be in this present moment, this liminal space before everything begins to be different. And again, remember the gold. So my cards are, why can't I think of the word inlaid? Not inlaid, edged, printed gold. You are gold. The gold is at the heart of your soul. I think I'm starting to lose it a little bit. So that may be a sign for you to take a break and go eat something and just settle. And when you awake, it's going to be time to go and live in your golden reality, go on your golden expedition.